So I'm going to begin by just asking everybody to close their eyes and think about all the plastic items they have interacted with or used in the last 24 hours. And now try to imagine what society would look like if these plastic items didn't exist. What I wanted to say with this is really that plastic is everywhere, and it is a absolutely integral part of society as we know it. I think to the extent where you can really talk about, before plastics and after plastic society, with a milestone somewhere around the invention of the first synthetic polymer bakelite. But as clear as it is that plastics bring so many benefits to us, it's also increasingly clear that the plastic system, as we know it today, is archetypically linear, and it simply does not work as it is. It is a broken system. Just to illustrate, with the plastic packaging market, a market that produces something like 80 million tons of plastics every year, here represented by a proxy bottle. Of these 80 million tons, about 14% globally gets collected for recycling. Something like 40% is landfilled, and about a third leaks into the environment. And I think it was pretty clear from Richard's pictures where a lot of that plastic ends up. Not only is this, of course, a huge environmental problem that leads to negative externalities that hits us economically as well as aesthetically. It is also a terrible waste of a valuable material. In fact, of all the plastics that does get collected, only this much makes it back into another packaging application after losses and other cascading use streams. So this is something that doesn't work. But what does something that works look like? How can we start to redesign the plastic system as we know it? At the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, as you probably know, we work to accelerate the transition towards a circular economy, an economy that's restorative and regenerative by design. And with the new Plastics Economy Initiative, we wanted to apply that perspective, that design lens, to the plastic system, and rethink it into something like this, where plastics is kept at its highest value at all times, mainly through creating a functioning after-use economy, where there is a valuable pathway, a valuable application for plastics that has passed through the use phase. Okay, so much for the vision. Let's imagine a plastic system that works and so on, but how do you get there? We think that in order to get there, given that there's been about 40 years of innovation and attempt since the introduction of the recycling symbol, we need a new approach. We need to think a bit differently on how we get there. And this is really the purpose of the new Plastics Economy Initiative. It is a multi-stakeholder, ambitious 3-year initiative where the goal is to generate an unstoppable momentum from the linear, broken plastic system of today towards a plastic systems that works by design. This picture just illustrates a couple of the activities that we're doing, and I won't go through them in detail. Just pointing out that one of the key ingredients here is to have a dialogue mechanism which brings representatives, the key representatives from the value chain together around the table to really have a constructive discussion of how you move from the broken system. Nobody's going to be able to do that alone, so we need to have this cross-industrial collaborative forum. Now, the new Plastic Economy Initiative is a global initiative. We want to have an impact on global material flows, but it doesn't mean that this initiative can do it alone. And I want everyone to consider how how to set up their own systemic initiatives. And that's something I'm happy to discuss more during the panel. We need efforts, collaborative efforts at all levels, both geographically and industrially. So I'm really happy to continue discussing this today. Thank you.